This is In Case You Missed It, your National Agriculture News recap for the week ending February 13, 2026. The House of Commons Agriculture Committee began an emergency study this week around recent cuts and closures of federal research centers. Deputy Minister of Agriculture Lawrence Hanson and two assistants were the first witnesses to speak to the group. Hanson said that as part of a cross-government review, his department had to find nearly $155 million in savings by 2028 and 29. Agri-Food Canada's budget is about $800 million annually. Science and research facilities account for about $300 million. Hanson said the research facilities have required more upkeep over time. The department decided it would be more cost-effective to consolidate into fewer sites. Hanson said the department is not reconsidering the decision. Opposition MPs criticized previous government spending, such as $8.5 million for a cricket farm. Others noted that the former Stephen Harper government cut the Prairie Farm Rehabilitation Administration, among other reductions. Flour production is down in the United States, but up in Canada, according to the latest statistics. U.S. flour production totaled 21.3 million tons in 2025, down 0.9% from 2024 levels, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. That's the smallest output in 14 years. On the flip side, Canadian mills produced nearly 2.7 million tons of wheat flour in 2025, a nearly 8% increase from 2024. DTN lead analyst Rhett Montgomery said the slowdown of U.S. flour production is linked to a rise in wheat-free diets. However, he said he's not overly concerned. Greg Horstmeyer, DTN's editor-in-chief, said what might be a cause for concern is the newly published Dietary Guidelines for Americans, which placed meat protein at the top of the pyramid and grains at the very bottom. They reduced the number of recommended servings of grains to 2 to 4 servings instead of 6 to 11 servings. An Ontario consultant is lobbying for changes to the Federal Income Tax Act that would allow extended family members to inherit farms tax-free. Under the current act, only the children of the farm's owners can inherit without paying taxes. This has significant financial implications for those who don't qualify. Darren Shrosby is the founder of 33-7, a firm specializing in estate planning and farm succession. He said allowing nieces and nephews to inherit farms would make it easier for Canadians to keep farms in the family. Without this change, Shrosby said he expects a significant decline in family farm ownership. Shrosby said he's reached out to federal and provincial officials to raise the issue. The Federal Finance Department told Glacier Farm Media that it has some measures in place to reduce the tax burden when transferring the farm business. For example, the Income Tax Act exempts certain dispositions from tax, grants capital gains reserves on some dispositions, and defers tax on intergenerational transfers. In case you missed these and other stories from across the Glacier Farm Media network, visit AgCanada.com or download the AgCanada app.